Peace, love to the family. Alkaline state of mind coming through your broadcast with a quick message. Like the video, thumb up the video, follow if you like the content, you know what I mean, or what it is, man, that I'm saying in this particular video. With that being said, I want to speak about another one of these so called boxing channels, you know what I mean? And again, we speaking about Showbiz, the adult, who had his most recent videos that was just posted probably about 40 minutes ago, talking about Tank Davis is back. So he seems to be getting some inside information, man. You know what I mean? But if you are a true observer, you have keen level of awareness, perception, insight, then you already knew, man, what type of time Gervonte Tank Davis was on after that Lamont Roach fight. If you truly paying attention to Tank, and a lot of you niggas don't even know, man, what type of man or individual you dealing with, man, that comes from the trenches, man, of Be More Careful, aka Baltimore. You niggas have no idea, man, how being from Baltimore, Maryland, from the trenches, what type of breed comes up out of that, what type of man, what type of mentality, both physically and mentally, comes up out of those trenches. Y'all have no idea, family, but I do. This is why I speak on it, man, and I say it consistently. Now, with that being said, he says Tank Davis is back. He's on demon time, you know what I mean? And he's coming back gunning for everyone. And he believes he beats everyone except for Shakur Stevenson. And literally after saying except for Shakur Stevenson, he's like, because that man Shakur be's on demon time all the time. Like, and then you basing this off of what? Shakur Stevenson calling out Tank Davis? See, here's where the lack of awareness, keen perceptive mind, keen insight, levels of consciousness, intelligence. This is where these so-called boxing people, man, lack at. Because here's the thing. You say because Shakur Stevenson, or your thought process is because Shakur Stevenson speaks on fighting Tank Davis and Tank says he don't want to fight. Tank says, I don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson, or he responds to the question like I'll be helping their whole side out. Here you got Shakur Stevenson calling this man a female, disrespecting this man, always got Gervonte Davis sacks all in his mouth, you know what I mean? Like if they, you know what I mean, lollipops and shit. And then you think, man, Tank, that see, this is why you don't understand a man that comes from the trenches. I'll be looking at this smoothie like, who is you fought? As Tank Davis already stated, who is he fought, family? Let's talk about his whole career. And let's talk about his whole career since 135. Who is he fought? Teofimo, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Gervonte Tank Davis. All of these fighters, man, at 135 has fought top fighters, one of the top names within the 135, 140 division. Who has Shakur Stevenson fought, family? But constantly has Gervonte Tank Davis sacks all in his mouth. So when you is giving off distorted opinions, pushing it off as facts, and lastly, what I want to say, you speak about Teofimo ducking and you say, oh, I'm starting to believe that Shakur is the most ducked fighter. And then you basing, you know what I mean, Tank Davis as suppose if he's ducking Shakur Stevenson because he says he don't want to fight him. What he says is he don't want to give him a payday. He's not saying he's scared of Shakur Stevenson or I don't want to fight Shakur Stevenson because I believe he's going to beat me. It's like, who have you fought? You screaming my name out. You ain't screaming none of these other fighters out. You haven't fought none of the top fighters out. You set up Floyd Schofield. You scared to death of fighting Floyd Schofield. You scared to death to fight any of the top fighters. So clearly you screaming my name out for a payday. Because you ain't going to beat me. This is the mentality of Gervonte Tank Davis. And I totally fucking agree. Dog mentality, man. Like in my Mace voice, who the fuck is this nigga? You people, man. Yo, man. Didn't you say Teofimo is ducking because Teofimo is talking about Richardson and he's talking about other things? If the fight has not been announced, right? You don't hear nothing from Shakur's side about the fight being announced, nothing from Teo's side about the fight being announced. But then you see Teo moving on. What is Teo supposed to do? Just sit silent and not do what he does? You see Shakur doing what he do, riding Gervonte Tank Davis. Now he's about to have a training session, you know what I mean, with or helping out Jake Paul and things of this nature, man. Shakur is a clown. Like, y'all don't see that? This man does nothing. Go to my recent video I just posted. Watch it from beginning to end. Listen closely and attentively. Shakur is trash. Basuda. He has fought no one. All he does is tweet. All he does is interviews. Family. He haven't fought a Teofimo. He haven't fought a Ryan Garcia. He haven't fought a Gervonte Tank Davis. He haven't fought none of the top fighters, top names, not a Devin Haney. None of the top fighters. Devin Haney sent him an offer. He turned it down saying it was less than what he expect. That's clearly what's taking place with Gervonte Tank Davis. Tank Davis sent him an offer. They was in talks. He turned it down because he want, you know what I mean, more than one fight in case he lose. Tank's like, you get one shot. So that goes both ways. So if you, Shakur Stevenson, beat Tank Davis, there's no other shot. Tank only wanted one shot. So you can ride that wave. If you that confidence, you would have accepted that offer. But you clearly is not. You saying, or you want more than a one fight deal. This is what was being said. If you niggas think Gervonte Tank Davis is scared of any fighter from 135 to 140, even 147, then you don't know the type of man, you don't know what type of breed comes up out of the trenches of Be More Careful, aka Baltimore. You have never been, man, to Baltimore within them trenches to know how shit goes down. No games, man. Trust what I'm saying to you. And I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, but I've been in the trenches, man, of Be More. I've been in the prison cells of Be More. No games. Even the Muslims, no games, man. They on their deen heavy. When it comes to the knowledge, you cannot spit out nothing but facts when it comes to the deen. Or you will be approached, chastised, sat down, and drilled. So you say Showbiz saying Tank beats them all except for Shakur based off of what? And then within the video, he just says, oh, because Shakur stay on demon time. Shakur wants to fight Tank. But when you hear Tank say, oh, I'm not giving him a shot, Tank saying, I'm not giving him a petty. I'll help out their whole side. I totally agree. But eventually the fight will happen. I will say that because the offer was already sent from Tank's side. So the fight will happen. Let's be clear on that. And if it don't, I, as a person with true intelligence, levels of awareness, keen insight, keen awareness, keen perceptive mind, would be okay with that. Because the smoofy, goofy pillowfish Shakur Stevenson does not deserve a fight. You have not fought a top name. You You think you're going to come to the 135 division and then fight no one literally, none of the top fighters, none of the top talent, none of the top names, and then you're just going to jump to me, the king of boxing, Gervonte Tank Davis, the big dog, the face of boxing, the most talked about fighter in all of sports, all of media, entertainment, etc. You think you're just going to jump to me? Like, nah, that's not how we do things. That is not how we do things. And the only way that would ever happen is if I allow it. Me, Gervonte Tank Davis. And I say that because you've seen Gervonte Tank Davis gave Lamont Roach a fight, and now he's riding the wave. Constantly got Tank sacks in his mouth. You people don't see people utilize Gervonte. They attach their names to Gervonte Tank Davis to build their career, to build themselves up, pushing this narrative. The hate agenda against Gervonte Tank Davis, it is not working. It's only going to backfire. Just wait patiently. Trust and believe me when I tell you. You hear Showbiz saying in this video he's getting some inside. He beats everybody. But Shakur, how is Shakur stopping Tank Davis? Go back, man, to the Frank Martin fight. Watch the Santa Cruz fight. Watch the Pedraza fight. Watch the Pitbull Cruz fight, man, where he showed elite boxing skills with one hand. Go watch the fight right now against Pitbull Cruz. You niggas. And I'm spelling that Negus. If you know, you know. How is Shakur, man, dealing, man, with a Gervonte Tank Davis? He's going to approach Shakur fight. As he already said, man, I'm walking him down. All of that boxing, man, you're going to get hit. And you've never been hit by someone, man, like a Gervonte Tank Davis, talking about Shakur Pillow Fist Stevenson. He's going to get hit. He got touched up by Zepeda. So what is Shakur going to do? Run? You seen what he did against De Los Santos. That's not going to work against a Gervonte Tank Davis. You up against a different elite, high IQ. His whole corner coach, Calvin Kinney, his whole team, man, it's not going to work. Family, pay attention. It's not going to work. He's going to approach Shakur Stevenson like he did the Frank Martin fight. In your face, nigga. So you're going to have to fight that off. And when you release punches, you're going to make a mistake. You're going to be scared to death. The pressure, man, is going to be too overwhelming. You're going to get hit. And what's going to happen when you get hit? To the body and to the face. I'm going to end the video right there. Showbiz, man, in his assessment is way off because he's not utilizing keen awareness, perception. You ain't paying attention, man, to elite boxing skills, elite fighter skills, dog mentality, physically and mentally. Shakur is not dealing with a Gervonte Tank Davis. None of these niggas are. And you may say, oh, well, the Lamont Roach fight. Well, you know what I mean? Big dogs, man, they have their days. So think of the Lamont Roach fight as one of those days. But go back and watch the Pitbull Cruz fight where people was in question or was looking at Pitbull Cruz that gave Gervonte Tank Davis a challenge. And then Lamont Roach think, man, he's going to go up against a Pitbull Cruz and I'm going to knock him out. Your career is not based on knockouts, power. You ain't knocking out heavyweights. Like, what is these smoofy goofies talking about? You people don't pay attention. All you do is ride narratives. You follow the big wave, man, of these narratives. And then you interject your opinions, man, within these narratives, only pushing, man, your weak ass life and looking for attention, man. People is not being real. People is not functioning being their 100% authentic self. People is experiencing mental sickness, aka toxoplasma, parasitic invasion. They not speaking critically, intellectually here, man. This ain't no joke. With that being said, thumb up the video. Peace like to the family. Thumb up the video so this video can circulate and get out there, man, so you can get a real message, real levels of perception, insight, awareness. You people need to understand what mentality, physically and mentally, you dealing with a Gervonte Tank Davis coming out of Be More Careful, the Baltimore trenches. You niggas have no idea. I said it and it's a fact. Most of when I speak is factual because of my level of consciousness, my deep, insightful mind, family. Peace, love to the family. Health is the real wealth. Knowledge negates ignorance. Knowledge is power. Knowledge truly will solve all of your problems. Subscribe. Thumb up the video. Peace, love.